It's another fine morning here in the Isles. Yeah, rain's gone. Residue of Hurricane Darby, I believe it was, is passed by. It's heading west. So it's a beautiful sunrise today. Oh, so pretty. Gold. The morning hour has gold in its mouth. Yeah, it was extraordinary. I was lucky enough to be turning the right direction while making coffee to see that, because it doesn't last very long. The real magnificent view, It seems like, I don't know about in the rest of the world and the rest of life, but here in Hawaii, we see the most magnificent things sometimes, and they last like that long. Don't blink. That's kind of the way it is. So, this morning, I'd like to talk about after effects. Yeah, I have had several bouts of illness in the last couple of years. At the very beginning of the COVID, I ended up with blood clots in the arteries of my heart. They may have been connected to COVID. I don't know. I was tested for antibodies and nothing came up, but the tests aren't always reliable. Anyway, that put me in the hospital. It was very painful, and it scared the hell out of Ellen. And it took a lot of energy out of me. Yeah, it kicked me back at the very beginning of the COVID thing. Then, when they said it was over, we could throw our masks away and run around naked. Yeah, I about immediately caught some sort of stomach infection that I suspect was like a norovirus kind of things they get on them cruise ships. Whatever it was, after 2 years of walking around with a mask over my face, I guess I was susceptible to anything. And boy, I got it. And oh, did it hurt. Oh, I doubled up. I already have some kind of permanent damage in my esophagus from painkillers during a rat lungworm infestation. Yeah. I don't usually talk about all of my diseases, I guess. There's quite a few of them out there. I get sick enough. Yeah, so that fired up those micro lesions. Oh my goodness, it got right into them, and I was doubled up. And of course, because it was in my stomach, and my stomach is messed up because of painkillers. I couldn't take painkillers for the stomach, so I had to just rough it. Went through the thing. Well, that took a lot of energy out of me. After it was over, I just about half of what I thought I would have had. I probably would have been covered by now if it hadn't been that then my son came from Wisconsin and shared a case of COVID with me. Because it's my fault. It was my fault. I should have been more careful. It's family member, right? Duh. Anyway, now the COVID thing. They talk about all the long haul stuff and all these symptoms, and I was pretty well vaccinated up to the hilt there, and so I didn't get it real bad. It's about 4 days was pretty bad. 5th day, not so bad. By 7 days, most of it was gone. It had lingered in my larynx. I could hear it on my recordings on this channel that my throat wasn't quite right. It went up into my sinuses and my ears, and I'm still on the edge of that. I'm actually using echinacea periodically here to keep it from infecting my ears. The problem is, is that the nose still has a certain amount of drip, and so, I tend to blow it. Well, it's easy to blow stuff up the eustachian canals into the ears, too, and I did it once. But it seems to me like I am having some minor lingering side effects from this. They're relatively minor. Yeah, I'm not going to start complaining here too much, but I'm noticing it. The one for sure, boy, it took the energy out of me. They talk about how people who get the long haul stuff from COVID end up having to change jobs, can no longer do what they used to do, and so on. Well, I understand now. I'm hoping I'm not going to end up in this situation, for a long, long time. But, well, I did just have my 71st birthday. I guess I can't expect to have the kind of energy I had when I was 31. And I don't. I don't. But I'm hoping that whatever energy I did have is going to start to recover, because I don't make it much past 1 o'clock anymore. Yeah, I usually get up around 5. Gracie gets me out of bed, says, "Come on, Bill, let's go do something," And so I'm, by 1 o'clock, I've been up busy for about 6 hours, so I'm not doing too bad. It's not till afterwards that I feel like falling over after a while. Yeah, so my energy level has definitely been tapped by all of this. I be careful about that, but I have at least one of the viewers that has moved here recently who's been coming by and giving me a hand now and then on stuff. I can probably use even some more help, I guess. If there's anybody that wants to learn a thing or two who lives here and want to drop by, maybe we'll talk about whether I got some projects to do. I don't know. Anyway, I just don't have the energy after this. What they say about it drawing your energy down is for real. It's no joke. It's no joke. Oh my goodness, Gracie, you are soaked. How did you find all that water? What'd you do, fall in the fish pond, huh, girl? All right, let's get you a towel. I have to dry you off, okay?
Hi, Gracie. How you doing? You good kitty, huh? You that good kitty. Yes, you are. Yep, my good buddy Gracie. She's having a nice morning here, rolling around on the rug. Yeah, I don't know, she just more rolling in the dirt than any cat I ever seen before. But she's a happy cat, right, Gracie? Yeah, she's one happy cat. Uh-oh. Time for food bowl? Okay. Food bowl? Huh? You want to go in? Yep.
Well, it's a perfectly sunny morning, and Gracie just came back in after her morning hunt, completely soaked. Oh, where she found all that water. Anyway, we got her dried off. Yeah, so the energy level thing, wow. Yeah, it's bad too, because for me, it is the amount of personal energy I have that allows me to do things, like play blues guitar, record videos, farm, run business, etc., etc. That's that stuff isn't spawned from lethargy. It comes from having a lot of energy to burn. I don't seem to have it anymore. I haven't played my guitar in 6 months. So then the other possible side effect, I know it's on the list with COVID, and that's neurological issues, memory loss. Now, I don't know, like I said, I just had the 71st birthday. Most of my friends are dead by now. That is, friends that I grew up with. They're gone. And I guess none of them lasted long enough to get Alzheimer's. They died too young for something like that. But I seem to be experiencing some kind of memory glitch. I don't know. It's been so subtle that I may never have noticed it if it hadn't been for this video camera. Yeah, I get in front of the camera and I got a rough idea what it is I'm going to say. I have an outline in my mind, maybe I put it on a little note piece of paper or something. So I stay organized. But in between, I just improvise kind of, off the top of my head. I have tended to have a very good memory in life, and so I can usually just sit there and recall things and say them. And they're usually right. Lately, they haven't been. I feel kind of stupid about it. It actually went through angst last night before sleep over the last video because of the errors I've been making. I'm not noticing them until someone else comes back. My webmaster, Hugh, on one of the videos where I was talking about fruit seeds, I was talking about the value of a lilikoi seed and comparing those don't eat apple seeds, and I had said that the apple seed contained arsenic. Well, that's not true. Arsenic's a naturally occurring mineral. I knew that they contain cyanide, and so do the apricot pits, and and so on. And Hugh says, no, it's not arsenic, it's cyanide. Of course, Hugh's a geologist. Naturally, he'd notice the difference between a mineral on the periodic table and a compound that occurs in horticulture. I knew that difference. How it came out that way, I don't know. I guess I do recall kind of bouncing strychnine, cyanide, arsenic around in my head, common poisons, and the wrong one popped out of my mouth in front of the camera. I generally try to give better information than that. Either the rest of the viewers out there just excused me or didn't notice or took in the piece of bad information. And so let's correct that. Apple pits contain cyanide, not arsenic. Okay. And then it was yesterday. And I was talking about the market and Amazon and how Amazon has recently split. Now I own Amazon. I have 1,000 shares of it. I should know, right? But I said Amazon split 50-1. No, Amazon did not split 50-1. It split 20-1. That's still huge. Okay, it doesn't really change anything too much, except I never noticed that I said that until one of the viewers got back to me and said, no, it's 20-1, Bill. Yeah, they're right. It's 20-1. Where I got 50, I don't know. It's just not like me. So I think I may still be experiencing some small COVID effects here. It's not like me to start saying things and have them come out all wrong. Stuff does affect the brain. In fact, the latest mutations are probably a lot better at affecting the brain than they are at affecting the lungs. It was the original strains, what we called it, coronavirus. Give me a beer. That really had a lot of them in the ICU on respirators. There's not as many on respirators anymore, but there's a lot of people getting it. They've got a lot of red zones around right now in various locations. Hawaii, we're still passing it here. Obviously, I wouldn't have gotten it, but I guess it's not too extreme here on this island as far as how it's being contagious. But there are other places where it's really rampant. And, my guess is that many of the effects of the disease are as bad or worse as they ever were. So be careful.
Well, what do you think, girl? What we gonna do today? What we gonna do today?
Lay around in the sun? Your back's still all wet. You know that? Oh, you're You're a bundle of joy, I tell you that. Hi. Yeah, you are. Oh, funny girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What a funny girl. Aloha, folks. That's all there is to it today. Just me muttering about the fact that I don't know if things seem quite right at the moment. Okay, hang loose.